G'day, welcome to the Big Boat Adventure. Today we are at Marmon Point Marina on the northern shores of Lake Macquarie, which is in New South Wales. It's absolutely gorgeous here. Sunny day, sunshine glinting off the waves, everything we could want for our very first boat show. We're going to go and see a boat called a Riviera 51. The owner of the marina, Les, is kind enough to lend us his boat so that we can have a bit of a look around and try and answer the question we're really interested in, which is what's it like to really live with these boats? What's it like to take a boat from an idea to an actual family adventure? That's what we're going to find out. Let's get out there and check it out. All right, so let's talk about this boat. It is a 51-foot Riviera made around about 2009. Fantastic boat to take your whole family out for days at a time. As you can see, it's got plenty of room at the back to sit out in the sun and chill. Also, it's got an enclosed Flybridge, which means it's great in pretty much any weather. The other feature of this particular boat, it's been fit out for deep ocean fishing. Those huge rods that you see, they're actually spread out like this so that you can have multiple lines running off the back as you're shooting, going for marlin or the kraken or whatever it is you're trying to catch. So let's talk about the back deck. First thing to notice, it's really spacious. I can see easily room here for 5 or 10 seats. There's a beautiful bit of food, maybe some drink here on the table, kids swimming off the back deck there. Fantastic, lots of shade, which is important on a sunny day like today. Here's a few more little features worth knowing about. Over here, plenty of space to work in terms of cooking or getting some cheese plates going, but also a sink underneath. And then right next to it, we've got ourselves plenty of space for some beers. One of many fridges, by the way, on the actual boat. So we'll go up there in a second, but before I do, I want to point out a feature over here. This is really great. This is a fishing boat, as you know. This particular one's set up for lots of fishing, probably right out at sea. And when you do, you need a spot to sort of stash your fish. So you fill this thing up with seawater and you drop your fish as you catch them right in here at the top. And you've got your very own personal aquarium, which becomes, I guess, your fast food outlet as the day goes by. Grab them, fry them, have them for dinner. Les, thank you so much again for letting us have a bit of a play with your boat today. It really has been magnificent. So you've got yourself a Riviera, the classic Aussie boat. What made you choose this particular boat over anything else out there?
Yeah, well, we're in a different phase of our life of boating with the family as they grew older, and we had a beautiful boat prior to that for nearly 12 years, a Carver 57, and it was more of a cruising boat. And I want to keep the kids engaged in boating as they go through their teenage years, so we wanted to go fishing. Yeah, we chose this boat. It was in beautiful condition from the Gold Coast, and here we are.
So beautiful, such a great place to be on a sunny day like this. Plenty of shade, still very nice and cool, but what a view. And let's have a look down here. Oh, got to sit in the captain's seat. I don't know if I feel like Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek or something slightly more boaty. Either way, I can imagine gunning this thing around the ocean at full tilt. So I'm going to spend a lot of time today just talking about how fantastic this is and how good I feel. What a beautiful boat, what a gorgeous sunny day. But let's point out a few features of the Flybridge. Firstly, you'll see we've got covers all the way around, so we can have wind in at the front, or we can stop it using the covers. Very helpful on a really, really windy, rainy day. Also plenty of shade, it's nice and cool up here, also very helpful. One thing I really like is this right here. Obviously, you can pull this centre bit out and you've got a spot for a whole bunch of people to sit, or you can just find a way to have a snooze, maybe in the afternoon, maybe even overnight. And I've got to tell you, it's actually pretty comfortable, and all I need is my other half right there, and I'd be totally good to go. Not a lot of people know this. The word Riviera actually has Greek roots. What it means is boat of many fridges. True story. Here are some of those fridges. If I can figure out how to open one. That's fridge number 2. We've got plenty more in the galley as well. And of course, a good spot here to either do a little bit of snackery, a little bit of light cookery if you have to. You may ask yourself, why am I coming to you from the side of a boat? Because in many boats, you can't actually get around the side easily. This is beautiful. It's got a pathway. It's got plenty of spots to hang on to. When I was young, if I managed to find myself on a boat, the first place I would go was right up the front like this. Just love being out on the bow like this. This particular deck has heaps of room. We've got enough room that's actually room for a whole boat and plenty of room for other people to hang out besides. But I'll tell you one more thing. Back in the day, only about 10 years ago, I used to shoot a television show called Groove Delicious, and we were out on a boat not dissimilar to this, and that's when they made me walk the plank. And they actually threw me off. It was very cold that day, but what a great way to go if you have to, off the front, off the bow, off the nose of a boat like this. What's the rhythm of this thing? How does this thing look when it's going really beautifully with the whole family involved?
My son actually has a little 16-foot trailer sailor that he's bought, and he maintains himself, and it's just outside the window in the marina there, and he'll come down the lake on that. We'll meet him down at Pulver Island, more than likely, or Wilson Croft, which is down south of Lake Macquarie, and we'll anchor up there for a couple of days, fish, crab, cook on the barbecue out the back, and we actively bring our kids along and make sure they come along with their friends too, and we paddleboard and different things to keep the interest there. And it's just, some people go camping or caravanning, and we go boating.